Welcome to a zerok 1 versus 1 between. In the red it is Putus with hovers and an engineer commander, which means that they will not be getting the top max. Versus in the blue it is Fax with a recon commander and tanks. Recon commander of course able to jump, so could get the max if they want to. These maxes are also a little bit more important, 2.4 versus just 1.8 for the normal ones. But it does slow you down a little bit, because like, you have to wait for your jump and all that, but it's fine. They will probably be getting that quite soon. Don't pay too much attention to the scoreboard. Yes, it is 4-0 for Fax, for Buddhist, but that's because they were playing Pro Host for like multiple matches in a row that I was a spectator for, so that's why the game says it's 4-0. Still, Fax definitely has a very good chance in this game. Going to be raiding with a dagger for Putus and 2 Kadachis for Fax. Already slightly ahead in economy for Putus, with slightly I mean a whole bunch, like 50% ahead. That's not exactly great. I mean, Quill is of course a very fast constructor, and because they only spend like a single dagger worth of metal on units, they of course were able to get it out a lot earlier than the welder for Fax will be. Does give Putus a significant lead already, having these 3 and almost 4 maxes up already. But maybe if Fax is able to raid and get 1 max kill already, second one might be possible as well. I mean, you can 1v1 a dagger, no issues. And you should be able to stay out of range of the loaders if you really want to. Though it looks like they're not actually going to get the max. Unless, well, maybe. Yeah, I mean, they will get it. Okay, good. Here, loaded is going up, but again, if you sit here and you don't get shot by daggers, you would be able to take the max, though it does not look like you will. And is going to lose Kadachi after taking down another max. Very nicely done. All of a sudden, that eco lead for Putus is gone. Even flipped in favor of Fax a little bit. We also saw Putus going for a couple of wind generators. Whereas, well, Fax has been going completely for solar. 0.3 wind, so not amazing floor, but still, of course, with 50% wind currently, it is not too bad. Over here, daggers are able to take a pretty good fight against the Kadachi, and another max going down. Quill has to retreat as well. He's going to be constructing a radar tower, and they should be able to get it up, because daggers managed to clean up the Kadachi, but that's not a good fight for Putus. Double welder out already, though a little bit slow on the expansion because they're helping each other, rather than going out and actually doing things. And Fax did not in fact get that extra max up, deciding to go for the triple max first, because of course, well, that is still more eco than just a single 2.4 max would be. Caretaker coming up over here for Putus already, 19 eco, so that's a pretty standard time. And their Quill over here is just expanding, a little bit of overdrive grid. Here though, losing another Quill. There goes, max not constructed. And Kadachi also faster than Bolus, so will be able to run away and heal up. Over here, Kadachi also doing a good job, taking down the radar tower. Nothing else there, so can't really do anything else. But still, denying vision. Kadachi here is slowly healing up. Should be able to run away as well. And oh my, even just having it on auto fire towards enemy. Almost able to clean up the bolus. Forces it to retreat. And it does not have advanced regen. Which Kadachi of course does have. So, unless it is out of the fight for like a minute or 100 seconds, that bolus is going to stay low. 2 more Kadachis on the other side running in as well, and over here, base is completely open. There is a single Lotus. This can all go down. I mean, send in these 2 Kadachis and a Blitz, and it's all dead. On the other side, naked expansion from Fax, but it's also not being pressured. Over here, Commander forwards, but that should be able to clean up daggers if they decide to run in, and otherwise the Kadechi might as well. Kadechi finally going to shoot. Daggers were spread out quite well at first, but now... And... Oh, does manage to take it, but does go down to the fire itself. Still though, that is a good fight for Fax. So now you're letting the hover run into your base a little bit, though they do slow down quite a lot on the hill, and they shouldn't be able to do a whole lot of damage. First bolus over here has gone down already, the low HP one from before. And yeah, dagger, it is here, that's all fine, but with its 39 or 42 DPS. 42, right? No, it is 39. Well, that is 42 then. Yeah, it is not able to take a max down on its own. Having a single dagger in the enemy base is not really that scary. Over here, does get a pretty decent surround on those tanks. And with one more bolus, that's not going to be enough, sadly. I mean, you do take one Kadechi. Take the Blitz as well, just barely. Yes, possibly even due to the fire from the Kadechi. But this one does stay up. Good fight for Fax though. So, all in all, their eco lead is gone again. They're not doing too bad. I mean, overdrive for Put is of course a lot better, since they've, well, got at least a little bit of overdrive on pretty much all of their maxes. And some super efficient wind up here as well, on the hill. 1.0 wind floor. So even at their worst efficiency, they're as efficient as a solar panel. And Sparrow is going to be checking out the enemy base. We'll see that there is no fusion generator here, which of course we did see them constructing and is now up. Should allow them to get ahead in overdrive. Since, well, you've got 20 energy more, that should work. It should. Of course, with all of those maxes, like, not really linked up. But they are getting at least a single solar panel with each of them. For now, okay. At least going to give you a little bit of overdrive on them. On this side, you don't. So it's not really ideal overdrive, but it's fine. Hooters is also seemingly not constructing, indeed they weren't. Not on the repeat, okay. Almost accessed a little bit of metal there. And also, Hooters with 50% attrition. That's not good. It really isn't. Also expanding with a lot of Lotus turrets. Something you normally say like, oh, you should do that against halvers. But hey, it seems to be working. Just a single or even two Kadachis are unlikely to run in there. And over here, well, a couple of tanks defending the pond. Making sure that Purus is not able to get into your eco. Who is now also scouting themselves. Does spot double fusion, or at least one fusion that's up, and the other one is being constructed. Fusion for Purus is up by now as well. And they're making one out in the open. Which I find strange, to say the least. Yeah. I mean, if it gets linked up to the grid, it's fine. And a gunship planned incoming, with mace as well. Mace drop is very likely. Eco still really similar. And, well, daggers will once again try to run in. 11 of them, so they can one-shot Lotus turrets without issues. Only 785 HP on each, so you need 8 shots to get a single Lotus kill. Welders though, a bit of a different story, 1700 HP on those. So yeah, you can't even one-shot them. Losing a couple of daggers already. And now you're facing off against things that have better DPS than yourself. Yeah. Swifts, running in, I mean, don't really do all that well against ground targets. But all of a sudden, yeah, the daggers just get cleaned up by the constructor. And that means 500 plus reclaim. Well, maybe it doesn't, just barely doesn't get cleaned up. It's close, but the welder is probably good to retreat. Still though, a lot of reclaim there for Fax in a minute. Because of course that is not something Purus can really contest. And over here, yep, Charons are available. 5 chair arms are up. How many mace? 5 as well. And that means it is time for something we haven't seen in quite a long time. Yay! It is time for a mace drop. Still, 70 eco. Floating. Accessing possibly. Not ideal. And over here, well, not that many defenses on this side. Yeah, you've got like 1 or 2 loaders. But these maxes are not defended at all. And there are so many units, so many blitz, assaults even, that, yeah, it doesn't really matter that... one mace going down to just dropping. And EMP is up. There it is, Faraday, 2 of them. Able to stun most of the things, at least some of the things, and mace drop really just doing no damage whatsoever. 2000 killed, only 250 lost. Yeah, that's nothing. Right in your base, meaning that you can easily get all of the reclaim as well. I mean, from this point forward, bad attrition, equal eco, and you just dropped off a lot of eco in your enemy base. It's looking very bad for Puris. Are now going to start getting up a little bit of a riot skirmball. And with fusion almost being up, and they are in fact linking their grids, they could get some really good eco in the future through overdrive and all that. Facts though, going for singularity, already halfway constructed. And of course with their airplanes they are able to get to those, well, high elevation maxes. But still, not really linking their grid, so their eco is not nearly as good, through overdrive at least, as that of Puris can be. Puris doesn't have any of these maxes, so for now, Pax is still ahead. But the potential eco for Puris is definitely a lot higher. If they just get the maxes up. But of course they can't because of all of that army. On this side though, couple of harpies, couple of scalpels moving forwards. Adding in a couple of, well, yeah, 2 blitz, realistically. Should not really be able to deal with all of that. Here though, yeah, 1 commander. That's okay, interesting terraform. Sure, it didn't work. You're going to suffer, and you are going to burn in hell, and for that you die. Right. Commander there, going down. Commander here. Also looking somewhat vulnerable, and in fact dead. Right. Atten as well. Of course, no more harpies nearby, so will go down. Here, Crow is up 4200 metal. Quite expensive indeed. But hey, what's their anti-air like? Well, they've got a couple of swifts, 2 swifts. And they've got a... yeah, no real other anti-air. So a singularity that has already been constructed seems somewhat vulnerable. 1 good manual detonation with a Crow, and all of a sudden this is all dead. Lico, did you spot the Crow? I don't know if you did, and at least now you do, with the Crow attacking you. How fast is your response? You are making 5 Attens. Pretty decent DPS on those, of course. But they already say a GG. Deleting a couple of things in order to get your Attens out. I mean, it makes sense. And deconstructing the singularity as well. If it's below 80%, it doesn't detonate. And the answer is it was below 80%. So the Crow, although it is still doing quite a bit of damage, well, multiple Attens nearby, stunned the Crow, and all of a sudden the Crow is useless. Going to go down without really doing a whole lot. I mean, Fusion is still alive, the other Fusion is alive. Yeah, sure, it's a decent trade, but like another 1000, 1600 reclaim in the base of facts is really going to help them out. But at the same time, 92% attrition and pushing in quite far, 50 to 80 eco, because all of these maxes have gone down. On this side, Puris could really just start expanding, and I mean they are trying with the Wasp, and now they are the one with the singularity. Eco grid also a lot better than it was for facts. 42 overdrive, 100 metal per second. And they are possibly going to access? No, they are not. Okay. And, okay, only two, right. Just 2 little storages, 1 for each player. Because, of course, they lost their commanders. Etten over here, going down, not ideal. Flail also going down, not ideal. And Ogre surviving on 30 HP only. At the same time, though, it can't really run. I mean, it can try to run in here. And it could definitely do some damage. Maxes, no defense around them. Thing is, Minotaur is a bit slow. Etten going to get down to the Lotus. Does mean that you're somewhat vulnerable to air. Though with one Etten still here, it's not that bad. And rushing up an Empot factory could definitely work. Going for some ducks, only 7, that's not that many. But idle tanks, also not great. I mean, even this max is still alive. All of this idle value for fax should, well, allow all of these halves to get close. Allow the ducks to be constructed. So, yeah. All of a sudden, the force from fax running back, not really pushing forwards, even though, again, there aren't that many defenses. Like, there is a single scallop, and otherwise, well, even just a single Kodachi could possibly run in. Unlikely with these hoppers now very close by as well, but still. Liko is able to bomb at least a little bit of army there. And the crane is going to go down soon. There it goes. But like, yeah, look at that. Puris is all over your base. You've got nowhere to run. You really just don't. Jin is out. I don't know why they want a Jin. Since I don't know where your conch is. It just isn't anywhere because you don't have one. Okay. It's 750 value. Don't let that die. I mean, at least it is 2500 HP, so it is quite tanky. So it's fine. It's fine. Over here, Phoenix is able to bomb those scalpels. Damaged, for sure. Are they going down? I don't think so. Maybe 1 or 2 will go down, but the others will survive. And over here, Mace is trying to dodge, but it can't dodge a Minotaur. And Phoenix, once again, going to drop bombs, though only onto already heavily damaged scalpels. Whereas the 2 healthy ones are still alive and running away from the Minotaur. That's being a little bit stupid, actually. And yeah, there come all of the units from Puris. 69 nice eco versus 108. I completely missed it, but like, the Odin tried to run in. It doesn't seem to have done anything. No? No, I don't see anything, really. That's a waste. Did it just sit there? What? I mean, there are no Newton towers around or anything like that. There's not that much anti-air. I don't really get it. No, I don't. It's fine. I mean, it is costing you a lot. Yeah. It really is. Trinity still just there. Does have 1000 invested, but it's unlikely to really do anything for Fax at this stage. With Puris having double the eco. Climbing their way all the way back to 100% attrition by now. And also just keep on expanding. So there is not really anything Fax can do at this stage. Army value different is just insane. I wanted to say, but apparently not. Where is all your army value in? What? Where is your value? What? I mean, you've got like 1 Minotaur, 2 Minotaur. And I mean, you do have a couple of Phoenix, which is like, yeah, 3600 value. But I really would have expected Fax to have way less army value. I mean, like, look at all of those hovers. Well, yeah, I mean, it is only 3600. Because Phoenix are expensive, 520 each. And Liko, of course, 2000. bombing a couple of hovers again, but once again, they are all pretty spread out, so not really going to suffer from an area bomber like Phoenix. And Flail might go down, though probably not. Don't know what the afterburn on a Phoenix is, I assume. Okay, 12 seconds. So a bit less than from a Pyro. So indeed, Flail does stay up. Wow, 25 HP. It's not much, but it is staying up. It's also quite speedy, so yeah. Minotaur is for sure, but like even Kadachi is probably not going to catch up. Singularity, once again, up and running. But like, you're boosting how many maxes? At most 7. Like, that's not enough. Look at the color. Blue! They're spreading their energy thin. As they should be. Only 50% overdrive. But as here, yeah, you've got 160%. That means it's inefficient. And at this stage, is the nuke even going to go up? How much longer? 139. Is the match going to last that long? I mean, they are reclaiming. All of a sudden their eco is only 50 less, because, well, the enemy is also reclaiming. Yeah. With this many units right on your doorstep, through the Jin and all of that, I don't see it. The start for Fax was great with that, well, taking down 2 or 3 maxes with just those Kodachis. But slowly but surely they lost grip on this game. 2 donations from Purus, yet they weren't able to capitalize. Crow and Maester Up both didn't really do anything. The best max, a 3.0 max, and it's Bruh from Fax who resigns. Fax was ahead up until the point that Crow entered their base. And even though it didn't really do all that much damage, Purus was able to bounce back way better than Fax was.